Okay, let's take a look around this 2000 Land Rover Defender 90 factory county station wagon TD5. Finished in Oxford Blue Metallic. Nice colour for these, I think, the Oxford Blue. Nice spec, this one. It's pretty much standard, hasn't got any checker plate rash in it or anything. There's one or two little extra bits and pieces on it, but standard county spec, so sunroof, tinted glass, full sort of six-seater trim and what have you in cloth. This one's got freestyle alloys on it, which are the correct ones. Fitted with a matching set of 4 Bravo Maxxis tyres. I think the spare is a different, same size but different make. XS side steps on it, mud flaps all round. It's got some auxiliary lights on the front end. It's also got a steering guard under there. That's a snow cow. What else do we have? Could have cleaned that near side rear window a bit better, sorry about that. Rear step. Internally, it's also got heated screen on this one. Heated front screen and a Blaupunkt radio cassette system. It's got the alarm and immobiliser on it. 133,000 miles or so, I think, from memory. Good history. Anyway, let's walk around and pick out some good bits and bad bits. Paint, I think, in my opinion, is largely original, with the exception of the roof. I think the roof has been repainted. It's a little bit flatter than the rest of it, and I think what tended to happen on these was that the lacquer on the roof would peel and come off and everything, and someone's decided to take the lacquer off completely and either left it without the lacquer on, or I think more likely has subsequently repainted it, because the paint is a bit patchy here and there. They're never brilliant from the factory, but it is a bit patchy. It doesn't really detract from the vehicle, especially as most of it's actually on the roof. But the rest of the paint around it, I think, is largely original. I can't really see any repair areas or anything. Might be able to see it up there. Just sort of slight flatness in the paint compared to the paint down. Where's my finger? Down there, shall we say. The paint up here is a bit flatter. But yeah, holding up nicely considering it's 19 years old now. No, 20 years old now, in fact. So it is 2020. But let's go around and pick out some good bits and bad bits. Around the front end, it's obviously had light guards on it at some point, because it's got the holes have been done with grommets and stuff. Bit of touching in just there. Front bumper has got a bit of rust there that's been painted over by someone, a bit there as well. They always rust on the front bumper and they're so cheap to replace, it's not worth worrying about. Up on the bonnet and the wing tops, actually paint's pretty good. 1 or 2 minor chips here and there, and a couple of blemishes just like that one there. But, not bad for 20 years old. Again, light guards fitted there, which have been taken off. Looking down the near side, actually looks relatively straight and dent free. There's a slight crease in the passenger door, which we'll come to in a minute. But near side front wing, there's a few very, very light hedge scratches in the near side front eyebrow. But having a look underneath, what it's possible to see. There. Up here, scuttle corners, possibly had a bit of paint up here. I suspect the screen blocks have been repainted. Possibly had a bit of paint up there. Bit of paint loss on the inside of the gutter, which is normal, and behind the vent flap again, which is normal. But actually looks okay all around there. Screen, as I say, is a heated type, no big chips in it. What have we got here actually? Missed that bit. Oh, it's on the inside. Don't think it's a chip there. We talked about the paint on the roof being slightly flat, so I think it's just been done without the lacquer coat being put on. Yeah, on the near side door here, we've got a slight crease just there. Hasn't broken the paint. Another couple of very tiny dinks just there and there. Bit of reaction coming up along the bottom edge of the door. Let's have a look at the interior. It's also been, it's got extra soundproofing on this one, Dynamat soundproofing throughout, which does keep it nice and quiet. Near side door, let's have a look at the frame. Frame actually feels quite reasonable on the bottom edge. It's not leaving a nasty trail anywhere, so that all feels pretty good. See what we like in terms of movement in the door hinges. No, none at all. So that all feels okay. Headlining, seats. It's got the centre cubby box. Dash fully carpeted, as I say. Interior's, you know, for a 20-year-old one, is actually quite pleasant. Carrying on round, we've got some reaction up here on the roof, and certainly along under there between the alpine light and the roof gutter, there is electrolytic reaction coming up along there. Bit coming up on the back of the near side rear wing. Let's have a look inside here. Around the tail end, possibly had some paintwork on this rear door. Yeah, bit of paintwork up there. Possibly down there as well. Well, that's just, when I said largely original paint, looks like about 50% original paint now. Tailgate, actually bottom frame feels okay. Possibly been repaired actually by the look of it. In the back here, it's got its 4 individual seats, all with seat belts. Carrying on round, looking down the driver's side, looks fine down there. Actually relatively, you know, straight actually. There's no real big dents in this at all. Offside rear wing, all looking good. So a bit of reaction just up there and along there again a little bit. Show you inside the back end here. Offside door, again bit of reaction in the bottom corner and along there. Offside front wing. Possibly a very slight depression just there, but it hasn't broken the paint. I hadn't really noticed that before, but possibly a little small depression just there in the front of the offside front wing. Small scratch just there. Scuttle corners. Obviously it's had new screen rubber in, obviously when the heated screen was done. And then let's have a look at this door bottom on the driver's side. Actually, again, feels pretty good. And no real movement in the hinges. Driver's seat has got a slight nick just there where the metal always pokes it, just in the very base there. And driver's seat base as always is slightly discoloured through the years, but yeah. Should have cleaned that carpet a bit better as well, but never mind. It is what it is. It is a Defender after all. Oh, what bit of electrolytic reaction just there on the downside. So there we have it. All in all, a very presentable 90 TD5 county station wagon in a decent colour. My name's Simon. You can reach me in the office on 0118 907 1495, or you can go to our website, which is www.moto-drome.com.